Hello, my friends. It's gone. Okay, we've got a rivalry FA Cup third round game coming up. We take on Plymouth today. I'm going to walk you through the results. We'll take a look at our youth intake preview. Here's a preview. Let's roll that intro. Taking us back into time just so we can see the youth intake preview. Healthy number of new fullbacks. One of our goalkeepers looks like a great prospect, which is good because we could kind of use a backup. One of our center backs looks promising. A handy winger, or very handy, I should say. A forward who could be considered a fine prospect. One good young Welsh striker from, here we go, friends, Llanfair Carabao, who has caught the eye. No DMs. No new wing backs of any quality. Most of the central midfielders aren't good. Wide midfielders do not look great. Attacking midfielders don't look. This is not a great group of young players. The pluses and minuses are even, and it looks like we've got a great prospect of goalkeeper. We've got a promising looking center back and a winger who looks very handy, and a fine prospect forward, and a striker who might be the same one. I don't know who caught the eye, but I guess everything else is. I mean, at least there's like 3 or 4 decent, right? Maybe? So I just thought I'd show you that before we officially get into the episode. We also have a transfer to take a look at. And, oh, breaking news, look at our transfer budget. I've not sold anybody, so don't panic. Well, I have sold one player, but not for that amount of money. So, not sure what is happening there. The board, I looked at our finances, because I was like, well, I wonder what the projection looks like. And the projection was, oh, it's gone up even further. The transfer budget was like $38 million in the next season. And they've gone ahead and, like, I got a little thing in my inbox. It was like, we're increasing the transfer budget. Like, okay. Where's the, I showed you the transfer. I'll come back. We're at 31.5 million now. It was up to, it says 40.59. It was like 38. Because I think it adjusted because of the wage budget. We had to bump some earlier in the season into the wage budget, so maybe that's why. So let's go take a look. We've sold Phil Bardsley, my friends, for 105 grand to Kilmarnock. Again, this might seem like small potatoes to you, and I'm not going to zoom in on him because he's leaving and not very good. And this is the guy with the red, the 35-year-old right back. Ring a bell? Yeah. We're paying him 27.5 grand, my friends, which when I did that math is a lot of money. Like, that's apparently 1.43 million euros a year. So what we've done is sold him for 105 grand, but we are going to cover half of his wages, which is 13 and 3/4. Which is, for the next, let's just call it, what is it, 6 months? It's like 55 grand a month. 330 grand. So he's like, oh, you're only getting 105. But do you see the issue here? We're also saving ourselves 330 grand because they're like that extra. I feel like I'm explaining this really poorly. We are going to pay half of his wages, which means we're not going to pay the other half. And they gave us 105 grand. So we've reduced our cost. So he's gone. I was just happy that he was leaving, and no one seems to be that upset about it from the squad standpoint. And in line with our really angry boards, I mean, they're not really angry, but they're angry about this, about the club culture. We've signed a 19-year-old, and he is 19. He's not going to be 20 here in a minute. He's just turned 19. Michael Olise. We've signed him from Reading. Yep. He's a 66. However, my friends, he's got at least 3.5-star potential. You can't really see that, can you? Yeah, a little bit, I guess you can. Up to 5-star. He could be amazing. He could be all right. But we needed some depth, and he kind of covers, right? He could play everywhere in this attacking midfield role. And then, obviously, in the center midfield. We don't play anybody on the midfield left. But, I'm not saying he's a worldie. He's worth 5.5. We paid 7 plus 2 million in a 3-year installment. So we've really stretched that out. and then an extra 500 grand if he makes like 50 appearances. So again, not a world beater, but I do think he's got the potential to be very good, and we could use the rotation help to be. And he's got 7 assists in the championship. He's not terrible. He's not terrible. That's always a good sign of a signing. It's like, he's not terrible. I'm not saying he's amazing, but he's not. Anyway, so let me catch you up on the results here. That's the feeling of the results. We're a bang average team. We've taken Burnley. Again, Burnley, direct, ball over the top, target man, blah, 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 to a Tiki-Taka style. And we've actually won 6 games and drawn 3. We've won and drawn more than we've lost. And we got a +2 goal differential, my friends. That's saying a lot, isn't it? And if the next, game doesn't go our way, the furthest we could drop would be 10th. Or currently, we are closer to a European spot than to the relegation zone by like a lot. And even if you count the, 13th as mid-table, we're still closer to a European spot than below mid-table. So I'm quite pleased. Some of these results are disappointing. Some of these are amazing. 2-2 away to Tottenham, right? That's amazing. Au contraire, my friends, maybe you caught it, maybe you didn't. They're currently in 17th with a -14 goal differential. What is happening? Oh my, no way. They just sacked him. I didn't even look beforehand because I didn't think it was possible. They sacked Jose Mourinho. Oh, dear. Well, I knew, right? Like, 10 points, 3 wins, -14 goal differential. Not really going well. Same thing with Southampton, -20 goal differential. Oh, not going well. So, you kind of have to temper your expectations that, you could argue now we probably should have gotten the win there. I'm really frustrated because I think this is a bug that this part up here that you usually can see the goal scorers is missing. And I can pull up our goal scorers, but that doesn't tell the full story of the match, and I'm not going to click on every single one of them. And I would normally show you the highlight, right? But I want to show the build-up sometimes, and it has that screen. So I'm not going to show you all of those. Essentially, the story here is, in games when we've gone ahead, I need to drop the lines, right? Unless it's against really inferior competition, because in a lot of these games, we went ahead first, and then a ball over the top, did us in. So let's go take a look at a couple of those results. Let's actually look at the Tottenham game as an example that I can show you of some of the differences in the game. So Mola, Westwood, this is Tiki-Taka. Look at this. Plays it into space. Oh, what a pass. I was like, oh, hello. Ball out to the wide to Svensson. Get that out. Swings it across. Barnes just steps in front. Center back's not paying attention. I want to show you their goals because one of their goals is, I think it's this one, it's just a good highlight from the match engine. Plays it to the penalty spot. Lucas Moura smacks it home. 3 minutes later, a horrible clearance with a volley. So it's almost like we played better than them and we probably deserve to win. But, when you clear the ball like that, look at the expected goals. Really, woof. And I want to show you this one as well because this is a much closer game from an expected goal standpoint. But the finish on their second goal was dirty. This is a great pass right about here. It's good stuff. And then he rifles it home. Goodness me. But I also like, again, going back to our style. Peters, look at this. Short pass. Doink, doink, doink. Plays him into space. Might have gotten a little lucky there with Patricio, but all goals count. This is the ball over the top. So, just plays it into space. And then watch this finish. Disrespectful is what I say. But match engine looks amazing. And that's what I was talking about. We came back to equalize. Really, with them playing especially more defensively, we probably should have dropped our line to draw them out so that we could counter them instead of setting ourselves up to be countered like that, especially with the speed they have up top with those guys. From there, we lost to Chelsea 2-1. Brighton, again, at the end of the game, really disappointing result. That's probably the most. They were 15th at the time. Again, we beat a struggling Southampton, and then we smashed Fulham and smashed West Brom. We got the job done, okay? So all that to say, right, again, 21 points out of 14 games, 1.5 points a game. We're doing just fine. I got no complaints. Oh, and we also, at some point, let's take a look here. We've lost Nick Pope twice. This time is for a virus. So Bailey Peacock Farrell has had to come in and deputize. Pope came in for the Brighton and Fulham games. He was out for Chelsea and for Southampton and Wolves. So we essentially went... Okay. The clicking is not really working. Those 3 games were without, by far, our best goalkeeper. Now, you can't really make an excuse here, but it kind of is what it is. All right, so let me show you how we are going to set up today. They are playing a very defensive setup here, right? They've got a 5-1-2-2. So I think we're going to do the same thing. Okay, we're going to play attacking. I will agree to... not for all matches. I didn't mean to click that. But we're going to see if we can draw them out. You know, I'd like to think we don't need to hold a high line with an offside trap. But this way, that DM and that back line get sucked up here. And then we'll actually put Wood on attack. I've kind of rotated for this game in hopes that we can get through, kind of expecting that we can get through, because we still have, I've got, I'll go back in here and show you. I've got promises to Charlie Taylor that will play him more. Dale Stevens wants to go out on loan, and he's just signed, and no one wants him. His value is really skyrocketed, which is odd. We paid $1 million for him, but no one wants to loan him, so it's kind of like, nobody wants to loan you, dude. I've tried. You know, he's pleased with that. And then these guys just want to be played in their, you know, normal positions that we were going to play them for, or play them in. Anyway, Jay Rodriguez has been out with an injury. He's coming back. Barnes just played, so Wood takes the spot. Brady is covering because... where'd he go? McNeil has been injured, and I just don't want to risk him for this game. We've got Leicester 3 days later. We are in that holiday period where it's just like, it's insane. So we have to rotate. Cork is going to play the attacking, or the advanced playmaker on attack. Stevens is going to get a game. Westwood comes in, and then Taylor, Peters, who again we've been promising game time to, and all that kind of stuff. Would love to. Oh, he's wanted. Who's he wanted by? Sampdoria. What's up? How you doing? Of course, that would leave us with just next season, as of right now, Taylor as the only option, but we'll deal with that. Kevin Long gets a start, and Paolo with obviously Peacock Farrell between the sticks. Now, when you look at our bench, you're probably like, who are these people? So again, Benson we called up in the friendlies, 21 years old. I guess we probably need to do something with the contract because we got him on a free. His determination's terrible. We might do a 1-year extension, but we're trying to get him some game time. Chris Con-Clark is an 18-year-old prospect who is looking like improving, my friends, and we need that depth. He can provide us that option. Again, I'd only like to get him 30 minutes. I'd like to be up by half and give him 30 minutes, something like that. And then I think I've shown this guy to you briefly before, or maybe just at the Dev Center button. But he's got 3.5 to 4.5 star potential and is proving massively. I'd love to get him in the second half. 17 years old. What that allows us to do is to rest Tarkasi, starting center back. Mola, who we've actually played now because, you know, they want us, and he's actually he's all right. He's decent. This is the guy we were trying to convince by, hey, we'll loan you and then we'll sell you. Well, the price went up to like 12 million from 2. I'm like, we had a deal agreed for 2. Are you serious? Give me a break. Arresting Alonso, Brownhill, McNeil coming off injury. I just want to point out, it doesn't have the minutes on the screen, does it? We're going to keep tabs on Wilshire's minutes. Let's go find it. We're going to have to scroll down. 1,263. So we are, what is that? 60% of the way to 2,000, which is what most of you said you thought he would get. So, and then resting Barnes. So again, we get a game in 3 days. That's probably a bit of a ramble, but I always like to show you the structure of the squad and what we're doing. And I think those bench inclusions are kind of interesting. So, yes, let's go. We've got because of the increase in the transfer budget, which is massive, right? We were sitting on like 2.9 because we were getting those monthly payments in. Let's go hard on that guy because he's a League One player. Hold on a second. Pump fists. Let's keep our run going in the competition. Natural choice. Gonna find out. I love this response. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Oh, man. But originally I was trying to find some like really cheap youngsters we could buy like on a free or something like that. And not really looking at players that are 10, 15, 20 million. But now we've got 31 million left in the budget. That provides the opportunity. My guess is we'll probably end up with more of like the 10 million or less type players to provide some depth and maybe get some of that young quality potential that doesn't expect to immediately start. Ball over the top here. Can we deal with it? No. Oh, dearie me. 2.5 minutes in, or almost 3 minutes in. Dom Telford with his 11th goal of the season. He might be an important player for them. You might argue. I guess let's turn on the booing. I guess we're at their place, so maybe they're not going to boo. I even dropped the line, lads. Oh, can you imagine that Plymouth crowd? They're like, yeah, this is amazing. We're going to, be a giant killer. It's like, well, we're not really we're a quasi-giant, I guess. We are a Premier League team. Brady slides in. Oh, it's off the post. Oh, is that what's to come? But all that to say, it kind of changes the game where now it's not just looking for youth prospects. Of course, it's disallowed. Let's see this highlight. But it allows us to go after some of those other types of players. Yep, he's just hanging out offside. Sure is. They are so going to bunker. Oh my goodness. Or are they? They're going to go for it. Thank you for throwing it straight to Westwood. Oh, that's hilarious. Long throws of a 2. That's what you get in League One, apparently. Brady plays. Okay, we broke through the impressive pressing. Oh, he just ran right past him. Taylor wanting the game time. Slides it to Cork. Lays it off top of the box. Oh, he's offside. I thought he was offside. Robbie Brady. Come on, you boys in green. So bad. Oh, my Cabinteely save makes every... Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait. Where is he? He's making the run now. He's making the run. He comes in. I think it's going to show us a highlight. I thought he might have been a fuzz off. Here we go. No. I guess the trailing leg of that defender helped us out there. But having played an international management, so a long-term build a nation save with Cabinteely, watching the Republic of Ireland play like every game and not able to score. Now they've had some chances, but not able to score is just sad days. Just sad days. Interesting distribution, but it works. Wood flicks it on to Jay Rodriguez, who can't finish. Come on, boys. Let's go with the encourage. Yes, they're loving the encourage. They're loving it. Expected goals, not really where we needed to be. We have had 2 clear-cut chances. It's interesting that the expected goals are just a .64 with having had 2 clear-cut chances, but it's all based on, where in the box and defend. I think the number of defenders in the way, the angle, and all that kind of stuff, and we've missed it again. Dom Telford cuts in! Our backup keeper breathes a sigh of relief, my friends, with that one. It's not really been as good as it needed to be, let's be honest. This team is 2 leagues below us, and I think I looked right before it. They are 24th, and we've just conceded a second goal. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. This is what happens when you try and rotate. Remember when I said it'd be nice if we were up at halftime so I could take some guys out? This is going to be the first time, I think. I don't think I've already done this. It's time to throw a water bottle. Oh, of course. Of course you're demotivated. You're losing to a League One side in the Carabao Cup, and you're demotivated by that? Can anybody play attacking midfield? Nope. Nope, sure can't. But you can play support. And I need to take your... Does it not give a notification, or am I just missing the notification? It used to like pop up at the top, right? To say like, oh, you've got a player that's picked up a yellow. And now I'm not getting that. So I tend to miss, even though it's got the bench down here, I tend to miss. Like I saw that because I was just now looking at it. And of course now I can't click on it because reasons. Because buggy reasons. Hello. Hello. Can I please click? Thank you. Are we going to lose our heads here? We are on 60 minutes and we are losing. So, my friends, Cork is not having a good game. You can come up here and play a deep line playmaker on support. And then I think, my friends, our next best option is to go 2 strikers. We're going to bring on the youngster. We are. We're going to have the winger, Chris Wood dropping, the pacey striker going forward, Rodriguez coming in behind. Can we make this kid a club legend by rescuing us? Is it really a club legend if you have to rescue us against Plymouth? What? Oh my golly goodness me. Get your forehead down. They are so bunkering. What are we going to do? I'm going to give it till 75. Okay. How much you want to bet we're not going to get a highlight? Anybody? Anybody want to take that bet? This is great. You're kind of playing garbage. Do I really want to sub on a defender, though? These guys are having good games. Jay, do we bring on the youngster? He's more of a winger. No, I don't think we do. I think we take off Eric Peters and bring on Vavro. Maybe we can be more stable at the back. Oh, and you know what else I'm meant to do? Is put him on attack. I feel like I've just hit fast forward to the end with the very attacking button. But we'll find out, I guess. And we're going to demand more. Some positive reactions. Swings it out. Look at the space. Oh my goodness. Take a touch! If you're going to volley it and completely miss the target, you got to take a touch, settle, and then do that. And you know what else I need to do, I think, is bring our line back up to where it was. Which probably means we're going to get beat over the top. But we want to pressure them. Paolo to the youngster, Richardson. Oh, I want to get him a goal so bad, but I want to get us a goal. Same thing. Brady just hoofs it. Like, miss hit. I mean, it's hard. Volley coming in. All that kind of stuff. We're about to get punted out at the Carabao Cup by Plymouth because I tried to rotate. Lesson to all of us. You know what? I'm actually not even going to say lesson to all of us, my friends. Because, one, the expected goals were higher, and we should have done a better job finishing. I'm going to thrash my arms the first time ever. Yes. It's the holiday period, right? We edged the first half. I'm not going to blame Robbie Brady for the finish on the 86th minute. Arsenal gets knocked out by Leeds. Of course, they had a man sent off in the 29th minute. That didn't help them. But when you look at the schedule, right? We get a week here. We get 3 days. 3 days. What is that? 5 days, 3 days, 2 days. 29, 30, 31. 5 days. You know? It's disappointing. Don't get me wrong. It's disappointing. But they want us... We've done our job. They wanted us to reach the fourth round, which we did. Right? We got to the quarterfinal. We don't get money for it because... Is there really no money? I'm just saying. Oh, you get loser prize money at the semi, but it's 27 grand. It doesn't mean anything. So maybe I shouldn't be that disappointed, but I was hoping to make a run there, right? You always want if you can get some silverware or something like that, or make a deep cup run. But we made the quarterfinal, and we rotated. Like, we kind of just had to, right? So, my friends, that, shall we move past that? I'm going to bring you back next time. We're going to take on Blackburn FA Cup third round, which, again, as a reminder, they don't want us to reach the fifth round. Blackburn currently 9th in the Sky Bet Championship. So, not exactly an easy game, but we have 13th place Leicester, 18th place Newcastle, 12th place Everton. Also, Everton has Andre Gomez transfer listed. Wait. It said he was transfer listed. I literally had a back and forth in the press conference with a journalist about this, and Ancelotti was like, no, he's actually for sale. Do we roll that? I mean, his physicals are really not great. His acceleration and agility are pretty garbage for being 27, but he's either footed, can play up and down the spine at a high level, can cover right back if we needed to in an absolute bind, can play the deep line playmaker. We wouldn't really want to use him necessarily as the advanced playmaker, but, we can put him on roaming. Again, the acceleration is not great, but how much would you pay to get Gomes? Because here's our transfer budget. Again, it kind of goes back to, are we going for the, provide more depth option across the board? Or are we going to really try and get another really good player? What are your thoughts? If you could massively hit that like button, that would be greatly appreciated. It really does help the channel. I'm going to give a shout out to a new patron at the beginning of next episode. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to all of you that are watching, and especially the patrons. The likes have kind of dipped off. If you haven't gone back and liked episode 3, 4, or 5, I'd still like to get those to 100 if we could. Would really help the channel. But, my friends, that's where we end up. I do want to know about Gomes. Should we sign him? And if so, at what price point do you say, probably I'd pass above that? All right, my friends, we'll see you next time for the FA Cup third round. Let's go.